Start it all over again. Hey everybody, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you with another episode of Manic Mark Show and Tell. Maybe I was able to find a little piece of lead-in music there, I don't know. Anyway, it's Show and Tell record day today. Went out and made the massive record run. I found some interesting stuff. If that doesn't work out, I can always read to you from the local paper they throw in the yard, the free paper. But I don't think that's going to happen today because it's record day and there's massive records to be shared. Not that much. No, there's not that many. Don't go away. Sorry. Just a few cherry ones. I have to admit, cut all that out. I have to preface the entire presentation. I might have to do this every time with, I just buy, when I see a cover I like, I just buy it. Okay? I'm not a record historian, but I do know some things about the things that I do collect, so I may actually have a tidbit of information here or there to share that's interesting. Also, there'll be a lot of disinformation and wrong information. I like to just be fair about it all. Okay. Jesus. First of all, in the dollar bin at the Real Record Store, it's the fantastic sound of Guitars Unlimited. And I picked this up because there's a cover of House of the Rising Sun on this. Hey, that could be fun, don't you think? This was $2. John Clegg, K-C, that's a C, without, Jesus, C-L-E-G-G, music for nervous people. Perfect for Manic Mark. I'm pretty damn nervous most of the time. This was cool for $1. This is local. The Andy Motor Quintet. Motor. Not motor, motor. Right, it's a Right record, which is local. They're local too, I bet. Hello Dolly. They do Satin Doll and Hello Dolly. That'll be awesome, I think. Also for $1, Incitement, the pair. That means there's two of them, but it's on Liberty. It has to be good, don't you think, if it's on Liberty? Didn't Kenny Rogers record on Liberty? I think I saw Kenny Rogers yesterday on Liberty, which makes me question whatever was going on at Liberty later on in the label's existence. Kenny Rogers. Oh, I wanted to share some stories. I just cut out the part where I was creating a lot of phlegm. Because it's fall, it's time for phlegm and extra good depression to set in. Anyway, when I'm out driving, I like to see things, like just remember something so I can come back and tell you something unusual that I saw during the day. And today, as I'm driving along, I get off a ramp and I'm stopped right there off the ramp. And a car comes flying around up behind me like, oh, you know, because it's one of those ramps where that can happen. And he stops, and I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking to myself, well, if somebody's going to smash me in the rear end, my rusted Jeep that I carry no collision insurance on, it would be nice if it was a fancy car like the car that was behind me. I'm like, what kind of car is that? So I'm driving, and we're driving, and it's 2 lanes, and it's slow. There's all these stores and everything, and finally there's an opening, and the guy behind me goes, spins his tires and whips out and gets in front of me, and I see that it's a Corvette. Now, it looks like a new one. Aren't Corvettes really expensive? I mean, really, really expensive? I think so. But what's unusual about this Corvette is it's got those low-profile tires on it. You know, they're about 3 inches high. They must ride like hell. I don't, you know, I've never been in a car with them on. I don't know, but I can't imagine that they ride well. Okay, and the car itself, I swear to God, is literally this far off the ground, about 3 inches, about the depth of the tire, about 3 inches off the ground. I'm just thinking to myself, you know me, Manic Mark, I like pointless things. I'm going to try to be nice about this. I embrace pointless things, but as I was considering that I should be in awe of the pointlessness of this car, I realized that I wasn't. I just like budget pointless things, not very expensive, stupid things. See, I was trying to avoid that in case any of my viewers out there are Corvette lovers with low-profile tires and this far off the ground. And the reason, you know, and you're thinking, well, you're being awfully hard on somebody just has something they like, and that's their image. But you got to extend it. So I'm driving home and I'm looking at, on the freeway, big chuck holes in the ground. One, how are you going to miss those with that little car and those little tiny tires, and what's going to happen? Okay. Two, pieces of 2x4 laying in the ground. You're going to suck those son of bitches up into that car. Even a dead cat is taller on the ground in the middle of the road that I saw than this car. How, so, you know, when this person, how can this person drive this car and be comfortable at any, because you know they probably can't even afford it. You know what I'm saying? This is going on way too long. This should be separate from the record, the sharing, the show and tell. Oh, that was the other story I wanted to tell as this video goes on and on. And I'm thinking about holding up these records and how it suddenly reminded me of show and tell in school for adults. Right? Okay, and my famous show and tell story is when I stood up in front of the class and told the class that I had a cavern in my backyard with stalactites and stalagmites, which were two big words for a third grader. I'm thinking that's probably why I came up with the story, just so I can impress them. Also with the caves. And I can remember clearly standing there and looking at the teacher. She's just smiling. She's the only one that could have ratted me out. But I was not sure if the kids would buy the story. And there was one kid, and he just said, "I don't believe it." And I was like, oh no, what am I going to say? So I thought, I'll just raise it up a notch, go to the next level. And I said, well, you just come on over and I'll show it to you. Hoping that it just wouldn't happen. And it didn't happen. So I got away with that mammoth cavern story and show and tell. Let's go on with the record thing, because we're using up time here. When I first saw this cover, I thought, it's a Spock record. Doesn't it look like Captain Spock with rounded ears? No, it's Tom Ida. Surely I mispronounced that name too. Just electronic music. God damn it, I said again. Dang gummit! Stop that. 50 guitars, another premiere, Liberty, 50 guitars, Tommy Garrett, 50 guitars of Tommy Garrett. This time the die cut's rather simple, but it's still gatefold with the die cut. 50 guitars of love. Look, Campbellsville, Kentucky. It's the Servants Quartet. All 5 of them in the quartet. There they are. Damn it, I said that again. Anyway, local gospel. I haven't seen this one, Jungle Drums. More Jungle Drums, Morton Gould, 1964. It could be like a reissue. I hope it's better than the first one, which wasn't very jungle drummy. But Brazil and Siboney and Danza's Afro Cubanus. If anyone wants to mock me in the way I pronounce things, please do. Just mock away and post as a response. I'll be happy. If YouTube thing works, to post it. I realize this is just silly what I do here. Damn it! Ow! Stop saying that. On Queen City, local, some kind of lounge deal here. What is this band? Look at that bowl cut on that dude there. That's kind of curious. I'll probably have to cut this all out. They close out the album with the Battle Hymn melody. More today than yesterday. Snowbird, they do Snowbird. That's probably going to be a classic. Woo! I was happy to get that. I went to a thrift because it was next to a shoe repair store, which I took shoes to and had them repaired years and years ago. And I went in there, and the same Vietnamese guy is in there, and he still can't hardly speak English. He's very cute, and I said, "What can you do with these?" Oh, he shows me that it's like $70 to repair a pair of shoes I paid $80 for. How can a shoe repair guy stay in business if that's the case? If they have to charge that much money? Cut all that out. Anyway, there was a thrift there, and they never have any records. I just found one. Some group out of Seattle. Looks almost like Private Press. What? No, it's on Capitol Records. Springfield Rifle. I just picked it up because it looks 60s. I have no idea. This probably sucks, but I picked it up anyway on a label called Hurrah Records, if you can believe it. There's their giant logo on the back. Strings and percussion. Thomas Hascom conducts the International Orchestra. That sounds budget, doesn't it? I like the cover, though. I like the painting on the cover. The abstract, the gestural bull with the killing spears in his back. Local Gospel on Jewel Light. That's the name of the record by Ron Gunther. Ron Gunther. There's Ron's family on the posing on the back cover right there. The Young Lovers. You got to buy. It's Pickwick. It's budget. It's got Aquarius, Wichita Linemen, and Windmills of Your Mind. Sorry, I'm burping up. I looked for that cider ale. Sam's has no beer that doesn't have gluten in it. So I'm going to have to try to go find non-gluten. And, you know, it was suggested by Luann that I buy vodka because that is gluten-free. But hard liquor's not good for Manic Mark because it goes down way too smooth, so he stays away from it. Haven't had any good whiskey in the house for over 2 years now, frankly. Haven't had a bottle of anything in the house. There I said again. I'm not going to slap myself because it hurt the last time. Who's this guy? Yeah, it was 50 cents. I don't know. It looked kind of just picked it up. Remember that Frances Faye album I picked up the other day? I didn't care for her. The guy at the record store, his taste and my taste are different. She had this kind of like this dramatic, sort of Broadway show tune kind of voice that just doesn't appeal to me. So why'd you buy another one? I bought it because Jack Costanzo with Eddie Grady and his quintet backs her up. Maybe I'm not thinking of the same person, but Jack is the percussionist. Okay, he's still playing. I think he's in his 80s. I don't know. Oh, the Pajama Game. I had bought this. It was 50 cents. It'll be trading material. I'll trade that away. That's pretty common. Most of this stuff's probably pretty common. And I don't remember the Chicken Man. What the hell? It was a radio series? The Flying Saucer? Private Press, Van Mert Symphonic Band and Concert, 1969. It's a high school album from a high school where Dayton, Centerville, Dayton, it's Dayton, Ohio. And I bought it because there's a cover of Hawaii Five-0 on it. That could be fun. Or it could be boring. Most popular guitar, Chet Atkins, 50 cents. Bought it for the cheesecake cover. That was fun. Hearing is Believing, 50 cents. This was a demonstration record, I think, for RCA's new orthophonic recording. Popular Bells of Stone Mountain, Georgia. There's the bells, and apparently this is... Do I already have this? Did I buy 2 copies of this? What for? You're just crazy. Andre Previn. This is a clean copy compared to the one that I have. It's a wonderful cover, and it's a very good album. This was cool. This is one I haven't seen at Liberty. If I'm not mistaken, they produced the first Chipmunks album before Alvin and what the hell was the man's name and the other Chipmunks, before their characters were set in stone when the animated series made them famous. And I wasn't aware I've never seen this one, okay, on Liberty. You can see Alvin is like, and there you go, the characters are far different than what they turned out to be. Yeah, sure, it's kind of got a neat 60s, early 70s look to the cover. That's just some kind of country person. But no, I actually know who this is, Dora Hall. And she was the wife to a fellow who owned a paper company, like Dixie Paper Cups. I can't remember the name of the company. But he funded all these projects. And I believe the information I found online, which may or may not be updated since I blogged a record, So they gave her records away with cups, like packages of cups. I don't know if that could be the case, but it is private press. And he also paid for her to do an hour special built around her singing on television. Okay, it's kind of weird. The record that I have blogged, there's a cover of the Rolling Stones' "Satisfaction" on the record, which is pretty. She's not, you know. It's pretty interesting. So this was a lot of fun to find for me. We went on way too long about that. Holy crap! Oh, and I found another copy of the greatest Unicorn album in the world on Peter Pan right there. Now, my question is, do I own this one, or is this one that John blogged and I'm just thinking that I have this one? I'm getting so confused now. Green Tambourines. I don't know if I have this one or not. But now I have another copy. It's so fun. Why the Unicorn in the Ark? That was it. I'm sure I blogged that one because I could never figure out why the unicorn in the frickin' ark. That's it. I remember now. Yeah, John's got another one apparently. The unicorn and an ark. Why? There's the ark. There's the unicorn. What? Look, it's the unicorn. He's crying because Noah left him behind to die. The pair of unicorns. That's why they're extinct, because Noah went. No unicorns in the new world. But there are no songs on here that have anything to do with unicorns that I know of. Of course, you can make a video out there and post it as a response correcting me. The Monterey Brass, great songs from movies. Get to the end. Yay! Another Jose Milas. Why keep buying his albums? Nothing I bought so far has impressed me. Sorry, Jose. This probably won't be any good either. Sorry. Yeah. Local gospel preaching record, but there's got to be some singing on this too, because I recognize Lou Edwards. I've got 2 of Lou Edwards' albums. Woo! And he does some singing on this one too. Yeah, baby. And last, and not necessarily in the pile for any reason, because of in order, is the promotional copy of Andre Costel and Etiza. I normally wouldn't buy his stuff, but covers of movies, including the theme from the Battlestar Galactica, seemed like a sure bet for a fun listen. That's it. Play the Tiki Drummer. Hoover's okay. He's spent all day sleeping. He's not quick to get up and to run outside, but so far so good. Thanks for stopping by, peoples.